Hey y'all, how you doing? How you feeling? How's your day been? We're back with another episode of Mutual Intentional Love. I'm Takara, and this is my husband.
Kylan, what's good, Joe?
So today, we decided to be a little transparent. Isn't that funny? Because that's what you said, transparency, whereas I said complain. Because I would like to complain.
Complain is such a strong word.
Is it?
Yes, you would like to express your feelings about this situation and what that has been like throughout this process.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah. And yes, yeah. And I have words to express. Like, where do we begin? Um,
I mean, we can start at the beginning. Like, you have a list, so just,
I have a list.
I mean, do you not? You have a list of feelings in regards to this process and how it's been. So just start at the top.
Well, I think we actually did talk about this a little bit in season one.
Mm-hmm.
Just, the process of starting a podcast and all the things that entails, as far as like even equipment. And so we got through like the beginning stages, and then finally once we got into like the swing of things and really getting used to recording, there went the views. And it's like, what are we doing this for if y'all don't want to watch? And to me that sounds like a complaint. Oh, that's all you got, babe?
Oh yeah, at that you were done.
I mean, you know, it's a little tough. It's tough because
tough.
it is tough. Like, especially when people actually say like, "Oh, that's amazing! I'm gonna check you out. I'm going to subscribe," and then don't. It's like, why even say it? It's like it's fine if you don't. I mean, why would you not? But don't say you will and then don't. Like, why even say it? That's how I feel.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree with the sentiment of that, which just recently, one of my Thursday thoughts that I do on Instagram, where I put 10 or however many, it's been 10 so far, of the random thoughts that I have throughout the week. And I shared them on Thursday through Thursday Thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ones that I chose to do was, to me, a lot of interactions on social media feel transactional.
Yeah.
And that is something that's so disheartening. Like, it feels as if every interaction, someone is looking to gain something from it. Like, there is very little community that exists on social media. And finding it has been exceedingly difficult because
Yeah.
most of the time, everyone that I have encountered is usually on their own path of doing something. And in doing so, supporting another on their path isn't really a high priority. It's not something they actively seek to do. However, it is a bit difficult to witness these very same people support celebrities that aren't even necessarily doing anything of substance. They're just
Mm-hmm.
existing through their celebrity status that they've already achieved. And that's something that, sure, that's fine, that's good. But if you see someone who is doing something of purpose, of substance, of positivity, of peace, and trying to promote that thing and share it out to where it's something that's more relevant and more mainstream in media, whereas it hasn't been, one would think that would be something that you would want to support and not support through finances. It's nothing financial that you need to give to. There's nothing monetary that you have to put from your own pocket. It's something as simple as sharing it out to your story, or reposting something, or telling your friends, telling your family. If it's something that you witness that you feel like is something that's enjoyable, that someone else you know may enjoy, even if that person is not you, although honestly, why would you not? Like one would think that would be something that you would be willing to share out. And I feel like there was a moment I had recently where I gave some thought to it. There was a beautiful animation done that was largely unknown, unbeknownst to me, and one of the voice actors in this was Keith David, which is an actor that I have always had tremendous respect for, and his amazing body of work. This was something that was done independently from other black creators that was unknown.
Mhm.
Having a pull from someone of such status of an actor as Keith David part of this project and it not be anything that is known or promoted is shocking to me. And I feel like oftentimes with our projects as black creators, they are not necessarily pushed out or promoted in the algorithms or even amongst our own communities. We don't truly support one another in the way that I feel we should. And
Mhm.
especially with me, like I'm the type of person, I am big on reciprocation. I'm willing to reciprocate that. I actively seek others that are fulfilling their purpose, that are doing something substantial, that are doing something creative, that are doing something positive and peaceful. I appreciate those things in my life and surrounding me. So I have no problem promoting those things. I oftentimes will put other people on my story. Here lately, there haven't really been too many opportunities in finding those other individuals of purpose, of substance that want to do something to further the world, not necessarily themselves. So that is one of my biggest things that I have taken issue with in this process that's been difficult for me to find peace with.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of algorithms,
Hmm.
that's something else. It's like different on every platform,
Yeah.
and I don't quite know like how it works as far as with YouTube. But I feel like with others, it's like the moment you, well, because I just don't know what all is like, I just don't know what I should say, what I shouldn't say. But with
Yeah.
others like
I get what you're saying.
that offer you like
Monetization,
yes,
once
that
you hit certain milestones, it feels like once these milestones are hit, a barrier is put in place to
exactly.
hinder the opportunity for growth
Yes.
due to the fact that they don't necessarily wish to monetize a large number of people, so they keep an exclusive group,
Hmm.
and that dominates what is seen on social media,
Yeah.
because we're on all of these new social medias and our feeds are largely the same. You see the same couple of celebrities and same couple of influencers every single day, saturating the feed over and over and over again, whether it's through their own posts, other people reposting them, and things they've done and content they've made. You get fatigue from being just constantly thrown in this spiral of the same thing over and over again. And there are millions of people on social media,
Right.
and you see less than 100 on the daily, consistently.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any
It doesn't make any
sense.
sense because there are so many talented people out there. There are so many positive people out there. There are so many people pursuing their purposes, yet they're not able to reach a higher level within their chosen field, within their career paths, due to the fact that the algorithm is not made to promote those people. They focus on the established.
Yeah.
And with the establishment being what it is, there's little room for others to break into that group or even rise to a somewhat similar level in their own space, avenue, and box. And that is just wild.
It is wild. It just doesn't make any sense. There's billions of people. Like, how is it hard to get 100 views? 100 is like nothing out of billions
Yeah.
because it's not. It doesn't get pushed, and then it's like, I guess the only way to get pushed is if people are engaging and subscribing and sharing and liking and commenting,
Yeah.
and the people don't.
Which is the rat race I always knew was the existence of social media that I never wanted to be a part of, which is why it took so many years for me to even venture into the realm of social media. And what also led me to speak about something I spoke about recently in some of my other reels and videos that you can find either on TikTok or Instagram is not to fall into the belief that when your purpose is not prosperous, that it isn't something that you should be doing. Don't allow your purpose to be tainted by your belief in what social media tells you. The numbers are simply that, they're numbers. When you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, that should be your focus. Regardless of the number of likes it gets, regardless of the number of views it gets, regardless of the number of engagement it receives, that is the thing you have to remember. Stay your path and pursue your purpose and your passion. And I understand that is something that's very difficult when it's something that you are doing to fulfill your purpose, yes. But it's also something you would like to be prosperous so that you can live comfortably. I understand that very well, which is why this is something that is something we've struggled with. The fact that the numbers are such a big thing. They prevent you from reaching certain places, prevent you from reaching certain people that can help further your goal because only a lot of things that people recognize, they don't necessarily view the individual talent, they see the number first.
Mm-hmm.
And once they see the number, then that determines your value to them,
Mm-hmm.
which is like the transactional feeling all over again. And your purpose is being watered down to, okay, but does it make money? Is it something that is lucrative? Is it valuable to me? What is your purpose's value to me? If you only have 500 followers as opposed to several thousand, people are less inclined to give you and your purpose and your passion the time of day. And that's something that I grapple with because I largely disagree. I have came across many individuals that are very deserving of acknowledgement for their talents, for their purpose, for their passions that they're actively creating and pursuing tirelessly.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't receive that recognition through these platforms that they are sharing pieces of themselves with.
Right.
And also, with that being another thing, is having the courage and confidence to even share those pieces of ourselves with
Mm-hmm.
social media, with the world, to allow it to be viewed and scrutinized and judged by the several people in the world that wish to do solely that. Not to support, but just to watch.
Right.
And that is a difficult thing to contend with building something, trying to create something lasting and something that's largely positive, you know? Because
Mm-hmm.
that was the purpose of building mutual intentional love, something that could be positive and lasting for our daughters and for the world, something that they can look back on and see this is something that's actually worthwhile. This is something that's fulfilling a purpose within the world, filling a space that has largely been left empty.
Yep.
And so that's one of the things that I wanted to share with this.
Mm-hmm. It's been a little challenging.
For sure.
Yeah. Because that's the other thing. Like everything you said is so true, so
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, and exactly where you have to keep your focus is,
Yeah.
you know, everything you said.
Yeah. Remember your why.
Remember your why. Yeah. And it's just the challenge comes because, like our our why is like that positivity out there, but like it is for our girls, but then it's like taking away time from our girls because
Yeah.
we're creating this, and it's just that balance of like, is it truly worth the time?
Yeah, and that's one of those things that you have to contend with because as I said, it is something that you have to balance. It is something that is hard to find that cohesion when you're trying to build a business, build a podcast, work your 9 to 5, spend time with your children, nurture your children, raise your children, guide your children, love your children, focus on your relationship, build your relationship, nurture your relationship, and those individual connections within your family, within your units, while also trying to have friendships as well that are positive to try and have something that's sustainable and value those connections and to honor them for what they are and to have the opportunities to continue these conversations as well as working a 9 to 5 and upkeep in the house and the yard and all of these separate moving parts, and also leaving time to have that space for yourself to make sure you're whole, to make sure that you're holding up and you're able to function at your best possible place with all of the natural everyday stressors of life while trying to build. And all of these things deserve equal time. And it's hard to find those spaces for that work life leisure balance
Yeah.
because time is also needed to recharge from all these things. But with social media being set up the way it is, you can't really take a day off. And with parenting, you can't take a day off. With relationships, you can't take a day off. All of these things are consistency. You have to be consistent with each and every one. In order for something to bear fruit, you have to water it, you have to prune it every single day.
Yep.
So we're back, everybody, from that brief pause because, as I said earlier in the episode, parenting never stops. Life never stops. Our youngest woke up, so she needed to be comforted and soothed and put back to sleep. And we are back to finish out this episode.
Right.
So, wife,
Yeah, and
final thoughts?
I laugh because exactly as he said that, our oldest walked out the door. So I doubt that y'all will be able to hear it, but the whole door just squeaked and squealed, and Catch last week's episode when we talked about the chair squeaking and squealing and
Yeah,
all the things. So again, it just goes with everything that we're saying, like the challenges of putting ourselves out there
yeah.
and taking away time from our family and just putting it all together, all the things.
And allowing you into our lives,
Yeah.
which is something that is also a very big thing. We're very personal, private people, and we have really stepped forward and opened a pathway to allow you all into our lives and able to see our lives in a way that I never imagined I would be sharing.
True. Yeah. So we're gonna do our very best to remain consistent and fight through the challenges. And I hope that you do see the value in what we're putting out. And yeah, if you do, please subscribe, engage, comment, like, share, like help get us pushed out there because we need all the help.
Yeah. And with that, the only thing that I would add to that is you also can repost our content. You also can make your own videos, do reviews. Tell us what you think about our podcast. Tell us what you think about our reels, our TikToks, our shorts, all of these things, and let us know. And with that, everybody, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next Sunday with what will be our 12th episode of season 2 and also our season finale. So, stay well and prosper, everybody. Peace.
Thanks for making it to the end.
And much appreciation for all your support.
If you haven't already, please subscribe, share, comment, and like.
Across all platforms. And as always, stay well and prosper, everybody.